Hello guys, it's JongLi here, and today I'm bringing you an online commentary battle for Rome Total War, and it's a 2 versus 2 31k battle. So we'll start off with the armies. I'm playing as the Scipii Romans, and I've brought 14-6. My ally is Biscuits of the Heaven Clan. You probably know him, he's very famous on YouTube as well. Yeah, he's brought 14-6 as well. And he's gone for a bit of a different kind of upgrade order than I have. I've just gone for a lot of gold urbans, whereas he has gone for these lower upgrades on these peeler screens at the front. They're just bronze defense probably, and he's juiced up his cav. So these cav have, I think, 1 chevron each. We're playing against Spartan-eos. I think Eos may have been an ex-Greek clan member, but I'm not too sure. But I think he made this clan called Spartan, and Ink is part of that clan. So I'm pretty sure they're clanmates. Spartan-eos has brought 1 legionary first, 14 urbans, no, 13 urbans, 1 archer auxiliar, and 5 praetorian cav. So his upgrades are fairly spread out as well. This archer auxiliar unit will make some of his stuff cheaper, so he's gone for 2 chevrons on the general and maybe some cav upgrades as well. And Spartan Ink has just brought 14-6, I believe, so pretty standard from me and Ink, slightly more unconventional from Biscuits and Eos. So we'll start the battle here. Biscuits, I was very fortunate to run into him on this day, and yeah, he was pretty happy, I guess. He wanted to outflank Eos, so he wanted me to kind of be more passive, which was fine. He said he wanted to practice it more since it worked against some other good players. So yeah, we're just moving up right now. I thought he would be a lot more aggressive, to be honest. So you'll see at the start, Biscuits moves up, and I expected him to be very, very, very aggressive, as in moving directly into the opponent's units almost. But you'll see he takes a more controlled approach, where he kind of just still does the peeler skirmish. So he puts a main force here and just outflanks a little bit, and that's pretty much the extent of his outflanking. So yeah, I'm just really here to provide backup and support if it's really needed. So as you can see, Biscuits, pretty aggressive placement of the cav here. If someone does this, it usually indicates pretty aggressive. Well, they're going to try to be pretty aggressive on this side. As you can see, I'm not overextending over here, because then it'll be more difficult for me to support both him and myself. Because if I put my cav over here, I can only support myself. So if Biscuits is in trouble, I can't help him. So that's why I've decided to keep my cav in the middle here. It looks like Eos might adopt a more defensive stance, and he's pulled these 4 urbans out to block off this flanking movement, which is a pretty good move. So Biscuits can't outflank as much as he wants because he's blocked by these urbans, which is probably a pretty standard maneuver by now. You generally don't want people outflanking you, and you can't really just let them have their way by falling back all the time. You have to block them off with something. So that was a good move from Eos. As you can see, Biscuits is getting pretty good peeler, and this unit has been decimated. It's pretty much dead. But Spartan-eos is taking a bit of peeler right now. As you can see, I'm throwing a little bit of peeler, but I'm not getting too involved in the peeler fight. I'm really just letting Biscuits do the work at this point. And you can see here, Ink has 3 cav to support Eos, while he's got 3 cav over this side to be aggressive, which is a pretty good move on his part. And these archer auxilia are getting value as the game goes on, so we want to finish this game quickly, ideally quickly, but yeah, it's just 1 archer unit, so it's not too much to worry about, but it is quite annoying. As you can see, one of Biscuits' cav units getting shot here. So this one's down to 53. That's just because of the arrows. So they're not doing too much, but over time the damage does accumulate. A bit of a mistake by Biscuits there. He throws some peeler into this testudoed urban cohort. And Eos is microing his peeler really well, and he's throwing it into the thick of this battle here. So that's really well done by Eos. I go for a charge because I see an opportunity to try and route this unit at the front. I managed to route it. Eos sees though, and he goes in for a counter charge. And Biscuits was did very well to back me up here. He just sent one unit in. Eos has very preemptively and quite cleverly sent 2 urbans out here to blunt Biscuits' cav, which proves to be very, very important. And as you can see, the counter charge is pretty devastating. I lost 2 cav units, and a lot of Biscuits units start to rout. Now, this actually becomes a mass rout, and I cannot say for sure, but possibly part of the reason might have been the urbans at the front that were only bronze defense. If they routed really, really quickly, they might have impacted the morale of the troops next to them, and that might have resulted in the mass rout. As you can see, a lot of Biscuits units have run with more than half the unit left, so that was pretty devastating, and a lot of Biscuits forces have fallen at this point. Eos even has these urbans coming back from over here. As you can see, this is where he blunted the charge. He's brought them back, and now they're getting into the back of Biscuits' cav. I've sent my cav in to try and charge. As you can see, I've made use of my positioning here. What happened on this side was we were both pretty passive, and Ink took his sweet time. So I blocked his outflanking movement here with 4 of my urbans. And since Ink didn't really push aggressively or pin me in place, I was able to move backwards to this spot and position myself in a better place to support Biscuits. So after Biscuits' mass rout, this was my attempt to kind of stabilize the situation, and it's looking pretty bad for us, to be honest, right now. They have a lot of cav left. They've got a lot of cav left and a lot of infantry left here as well. After that mass rout, it's looking pretty bad. Yeah, Biscuits' forces are all but almost dead. He's got 2 guys trapped here, which Ink is going to kill soon. And we have a ton of guys here. So moving back here, I was able to commit a few urbans to try and stem the flow. But we really need something to happen here very quickly, or we're going to lose the battle. So Eos here going for Biscuits' cav. I'm going for a charge on these infantry units. Now the reason I'm going for a charge on this side and not this side is because Ink has 3 cav over here. So if I charge in and Ink counter charges, we'll probably be here forever counter charging each other until one of us gets the advantage. So I didn't want to stagnate the battle by going here. I wanted to take action on this side because I have Biscuits guys kind of backing me up. I can get some of my guys involved as well. So on this side, I'm really just trying to play passive still and defend. As you can see, these 2 units are in guard mode and they're just blocking kind of for my main force, while I commit some guys here to kill off these guys, hopefully. And if I'm lucky, I might get rid of these guys quick enough that I can use it to again stem the flow from the main force of Ink. So we'll see how that goes. Also, the reason I've charged in here is because the Legionary First Cohort is here, and that's what I've targeted. So as you can see, the Legionary First Cohort routes, and a lot of Biscuits units start to rout as well because there was a mass rout over here. But I was pretty lucky to be able to rout this Legionary First. As you can see, it's down to 8 units, and the General gets routed as well, Eos's General. And this actually creates a mass rout because the double morale hit from the General routing and the Legionary First routing is really, really heavy. So miraculously, we were able to kind of save this side. Biscuits helped out as well with his remaining cav. So I'll just pause it here again. Some of my units have come back from routing, and a bunch of Biscuits units have as well, and we're getting into the back of these guys. So now, instead of here being the kind of primary focus of the battle, we've got to refocus here because Ink's turned his attention away from this side, and he's rightly committing all his forces here now to try and get this place to rout first. So I've just moved these two urbans out here to block, but one of his urbans has gotten through a gap, and I have to kind of plug that gap and hold off these guys at the same time. Also, my general and Biscuits general are getting isolated, so we have to worry about that as well. Also, we're targeting Eos's cav because we do have the cavalry advantage at the moment, and we want to try and use that to get the victory. So, good move from Eos here. He moves a few urbans to stop my cav, but yeah, I went for this side again because it was really tempting. I mean, you have all these units blobbed up here, but I saw these guys blunting my charge, and I knew the charge would probably just not work, so I decided not to go for it, and I pulled to this place instead because Biscuits' cav was here and his guys were here, and of course these guys were quite weak. So I have a lot of units here. Probably a quarter of my forces are on this side, and I just need to rout these 3 units before I can commit them all to this battle here. But it's looking really bad for my general now, and I believe, yep, he's dead now. Biscuits general is also routed, so I'm just testudoed these 2 units because I know that I just need them to stall and hold out, not really to kill anything. So I just need them to kind of stall on this side, and hopefully my troops will get here in time. Yeah, as you can see, my cav charge routed the 3 units, and I should be bringing this unit back soon. So I routed the units over here, and I'm bringing my guys back now. And as you can see, Ink has kind of arranged his guys in formation, so I've got to get into formation quickly as well. But it's evident now that we have the cavalry advantage. I've got all 6 cav units left. The few that routed at the first charge did come back. So I've still got a pretty sizable cav force here at the moment. I'm going for a charge on two points. But I see Ink's cav here doing counter charge, and I pulled these 2 cav back because I knew I would have to counter charge his counter charge. So these guys are coming back now, but I managed to rout 1 unit somehow, 1 unit of cav, but I think that charge wasn't too worth it. But I did manage to lure his cav into the counter charge, and I managed to kill a lot of them, so that might have been worth it. Also, I'm gonna get these guys out of Testudo soon and get my routed units back into the fight because I need every unit I can get at this point. It's becoming going into the late game. These Archer Auxilia, because it was just 1 unit, they didn't actually do that much damage. So I believe I'd chase them off with just 1 of my cav units, because they're a bit annoying. Yeah, what else? Because Archer Auxilia can make a difference kind of near the end of the game sometimes. So here Biscuits is mustering what little he has left to kind of hold this left flank for me. I was pretty grateful for that. Some of my guys have come back, and I should be able to kind of stem again, just make a nice line with my guys and go toe to toe with Ink. And at this point I was feeling pretty confident, because somehow the tables had turned, probably through all the little things me and Biscuits did to try and salvage the battle. So we actually had infantry advantage at this point. It was pretty amazing. So I went for a charge here because Biscuits messaged me and told me to. I actually didn't want to, because despite them being at the back, they were actually tired or very tired. So I actually just wanted to rest them up. And since our infantry was pretty much even, I didn't really have to charge at that point. So my wish there was actually to rest them. But yeah, as you can see, I think that was actually resting them was probably better, because that just resulted in the routing of like 2 of my units. But yeah, I'm gonna rest them now. I've got this one unit coming back from chasing the archers. It's very tired, and this unit's tired. So seeing as we had the infantry advantage, as you can see, this right flank of EOS and Ink has broken, and I'm able to commit more guys to this main fight over here. And yeah, as you can see, they're wavering already, while my guys' victory seems certain. Only a fool could lose this battle. Eager. So a mass rout kind of starts to happen, and we manage to pull away with the victory. So there you go, guys. It was an average victory. I got a lot of kills, and the kills are pretty similar across the board, pretty much. I got most kills because I had to kind of salvage it after Biscuits started mass routing, so that was really scary. It was pretty nail biting as well. Biscuits played pretty good in supporting me. I think he did really well with that cav strike at the start where we went from both sides. I recognize that was really good support, and all the little things he did afterwards to kind of support me in salvaging the game was really important as well, because every little bit makes a difference if it's something like this and it's this close. So well played to our opponents as well. They played really well. I'm sure you could see. I believe I'm not sure if Spartan's a clan. It might be, it might not be. But they're really, really good players, and if you see them around, you should definitely invite them to games and stuff. So that's the kill sheet, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.